The USL on CBS is presented by Best Western Hotels and Resorts, the official hotel partner of the United Soccer League. From the Circle City of Indianapolis, Indiana, we welcome you to the lone USL Championship match on this Sunday. And, folks, it is truly a six-pointer. The team's currently 8th and 9th, straddling the playoff line by 1 point. The Indy 11 and Hartford Athletic. Thanks for joining us on WRTV Channel 6 and the CBS Sports Golazo Network, alongside former Indy 11 legend Brad Ring. My name is Greg Rakestraw. Thank you so much for joining us. And, partner, these two teams both have been struggling as of late. For Hartford, they have not scored in their last 3 matches. For the Indy 11, they have scored just 1 goal in their last 4, all of those being losses.
Yeah, 2 teams coming in that are certainly struggling, but a great opportunity for one of them to kind of propel themselves up and put a little gap and distance between the 2 of them in that playoff hunt.
For the Indy 11, how do they kind of reverse course as to what happened for the majority of July?
I think they need to get back to being dangerous on set pieces. Obviously, they've been in a little lull in terms of goal scoring as well. So at home, in front of the BYB, can they get on the score sheet early, engage the crowd, be dangerous on set pieces? That's what I'm looking at from Indy 11 today.
In terms of the tiebreaker, these two teams, they played to a 2-2 draw back on March 28th. So a winner here would leapfrog the other and own that valuable piece of tiebreaker real estate by the time we got to the end of October. Now, frankly, available bodies are part of the story for each of these two teams. Time for our Back to Health, their injury report, which is brought to us by IU Health, the official healthcare and sports medicine provider of the Indy 11. No Aiden Quinn, no Charlie Sharp today for the Indy 11, but frankly, that pales in comparison to what Hartford is going through right now.
Yeah, look, it really does. I mean, you just look at the left and right side of the screen here. Augie Williams, Matt Reel are certainly 2 guys that kind of stick out. But, yeah, they have a depleted roster. But this also gives opportunity to some guys that aren't used to getting a ton of minutes to show themselves and kind of work their way into the coach's good graces. 2
things to add. Adrian, or as he's known in Hartford, Arturo Dispe, that we saw play for the Indy 11 in 2023 and 24. He is out due to yellow card accumulation. And we're going to see some squad rotation from Brendan Burke's team because they are playing to defend their USL Cup championship from a season ago.
Yep.
They have qualified for the quarterfinals. They play at the Charlotte Independence on Wednesday. So, again, it's going to be tough sledding these next 96 hours for the visitors in blue and green. Starting lineups and opening kickoff come your way next on WRTV Channel 6. Tonight's match is presented by your Central Indiana Ford dealers, a proud sponsor of Indy 11 Soccer. Visit your local Central Indiana Ford dealer today. And by IU Health. Indiana University Health is proud to be the official healthcare and sports medicine provider of Indy 11, supporting athletes in our community with expert orthopedic and sports injury care close to home.
Odds are, you know the way to a person's heart is through their stomach, but maybe don't know much about complex blood and bone cancers. Or you know all the ins and outs of a chassis, not necessarily all about robotic heart valve surgery. And while he's thinking about bulldozers, you're not thinking about him ever needing a stem cell transplant. But if you do need care, trust the expert healthcare system 9 out of 10 Indiana doctors have chosen for their patients' care. Indiana University Health, no matter the odds.
Droplight is a venture studio. We don't sit on the sidelines. We build inside the brand. From stadiums to festivals to the fastest tracks in the world. We turn brands into something people feel. Turning ideas into traction, partnerships into pressure, and momentum you can't ignore. This is Ignition. This is Droplight. Fuel for brave brands.
Every place has a purpose, and the people who inhabit those places have their own reasons for being there. The last thing on their minds should be concerns about the safety of the places they are in. When it comes to security and safety for all the places that matter, Dormakaba offers a seamless flow of integrated solutions that allow people to move securely about their daily lives. Because the places that matter to you matter to us.
AES Indiana is dedicated to providing you with smart energy solutions that power our lives. Our energy efficiency programs help you save energy and money. From rebates on lighting and smart thermostats to appliance pickup and recycling, you can take advantage of cleaner, more cost-effective energy solutions right here, right now. IPL is now AES Indiana. We are accelerating the future of energy together.
Time now for our starting lineup, presented by your Central Indiana Ford dealers. Visit your local Central Indiana Ford dealer today. 5 at the back. Augie Williams available for selection off the bench. No Michi Ingalina available today for Hartford Athletic. And Anthony Siaha began his season last year with the Indy 11, never appeared at a match, and has truly blossomed the last 2 years as the netminder for Hartford. Again, no Aiden Quinn in the lineup. Indy goes with a 4-3-3. Masanvi, Chiza, and Rendon up top as Dick, Lindley, as well as O'Brien again get the start in league play for the Indy 11. They played every minute of league action so far this season. Indy trying to get the ship going in the right direction here in the month of August. Still in a playoff position. 1 point clear of Hartford with a match in hand as well. But including this one, still 14 games left to play in this season. Thanks for joining us for Indy 11 Soccer here on WRTV and the CBS Sports Galazzo Network. And thanks to our audience joining us nationwide as well in audio form on Sirius XM FC 157. This opening portion of this match is brought to us by Dormakaba. For every place that matters. And it's been an Indy 11 team that, frankly, has kind of given possession to their opponents for most of the year. It may be a little bit differently, again, because of the rotation we're seeing from this Hartford squad today.
Yep. Eric Dick playing high off his line, getting the ball cleared up to Chiza. Still a strong lineup, even with a couple injuries for Indy 11. Strong lineup. Definitely looking for them to be the aggressor here at home in an important game halfway through the year.
Sean McCauley, congratulations to Sean. He becomes the first coach in the history of the Indy 11 to reach his 100th match. He surpasses Martin Rennie, whose tenure lasted 99 matches from March of 2018 through June of 2021. Congratulations, Coach. It is the 100th appearance in the championship as well for Eric Dick today for the Indy 11. Already a couple of quick fouls whistled against the visitors.
I think Eric Dick's one of those guys that could get 300, 400.
Jack Blake with the takeaway, but deemed that did not do so in the cleanest of fashion.
Yeah, those are tough ones, right? Shoulder to shoulder is legal, but if it's a little overly aggressive or maybe not directly near the ball, that's when you get flagged.
Edson Carvajal, our referee for today's contest. Here is Anthony Siaha, who joins Cal Jennings as guys that are former members of the Indy 11. They never played in a match for the Indy 11. You and I were having this conversation off the air. It's not like as if the goalkeeping position has been a struggle the last couple of years for the Indy 11.
Sure.
But oh my goodness, what did Indy have in terms of their bench available a season ago?
Yeah. No, absolutely. Although it's one of those things, or if you have Dick and Salt and Cook and Siaha, and not everyone's going to be happy being on the bench. So sometimes, hey.
Whoa. What a flick. And that one finds the back of the net. Edward Chiza sends it home. It's a great way to welcome our audience that literally is just joining us on WRTV Channel 6. An early cueing of the smoke here in Indy on this Sunday afternoon.
What a big-time goal and flick from Chiza. Excellent run into the box, just kind of angling it towards the back post.
And Brendan Burke given a yellow card on the Hartford bench for good measure.
Let's see a replay here. Jack Blake to Masanvi. Jack Blake just needs a little window and curls it in. Excellent header by Chiza.
And I think Siaha had to be expecting that ball to take a deflection when it didn't. Just kind of left him flat-footed.
It's really tough, especially Rick, with those in-swingers, because if no one touches it, the ball might naturally find its way to the far post. You're kind of thinking that Chiza is going to get kind of a firm header on it, maybe near the near post or mid-goal. So you're kind of frozen there waiting to react, and just went right into the back post.
Well, Chiza has really put the work in the last couple of years. Frankly, hasn't been met with the greatest of success. He's not been able to kind of repeat what he did for Pittsburgh in 2024. Been more of a sub because of some injuries. He's brought back in the starting 11 today. And Chiza stakes Indy to an early 1-goal lead, and can Indy make it 2 here in the early offing? Bruno Rendon, team leader in goals with 7 in league play, 9 in all competitions. Turf Monster got him there for a moment, and ball rolls its way to Siaha. Chiza had one of the best goals of the league season, dating all the way back to April. It's Birmingham Legion, that too, and a 2-2 draw as well. Indy going to try to really force the issue again against a somewhat rotated Hartford squad here. Let's get to our keys. The match presented by your Central Indiana Ford dealer. Visit your local Central Indiana Ford dealer today. Brad, take it away.
Yeah, I mean, look, when I'm thinking about Indy, I think set pieces are crucial and kind of getting back that home field advantage. They had a great undefeated stretch, dropped one a couple weeks back, but can they get that form back and make Carroll Stadium here a fortress for themselves? And the next one is find these wingers, right? You have Misanvi and Rendon that just make things happen. You see Misanvi, not a huge role, but played a role in the first goal there. So find Rendon and Misanvi, let them attack the defense and make things happen offensively.
On the flip side, what must Hartford do?
They need to find some sort of attacking form, and it's not going to be the easiest thing because they do have a little bit of a rotated squad, but they have 12 goals in 18 league games. Only team in the league to average less than a goal a game. So they're struggling offensively. So they need to find some rhythm, even if it's just a rebound goal, a set piece goal, earn a PK, whatever it takes. They need to find some sort of form on the attacking side of things. And then they got some injuries. They got a rotated squad. So they need someone kind of unexpected to have a good game. Someone to step up and kind of seize the moment.
Put in perspective, Abdullah Taufik that had a couple of shots at the other end. He is 18 years of age. He is from Nigeria. That is his 4th start of the season. Christos Hadjipalis from Cyprus is getting his 2nd league start of the season today. He's played 97 minutes all year. So again, knowing you've got injuries, knowing you've got that huge Brinks Tires USL Cup quarterfinal coming up on Wednesday, you're seeing a little bit of the squad depth here for Hartford today. Ball flicked forward, steered aside by Indy 11. Misanvi using his speed. Hadjipalis ends up kind of blowing a tire, but no damage done just yet.
Yeah, Misanvi doesn't lose too many foot races.
The league brought in by the team in early March. With the last 4 years playing in Minnesota United system, primarily with their 2-team and Next Pro. Had a big impact early in the season. That's been kind of muted as of late. But as Brad alluded to, if we were giving out the college or the hockey assist, he would have gotten one as well on the Chiza goal.
Yeah, dangerous player, young still. He's got a lot of room to grow and a good career ahead of him, hopefully. But he can make things happen out of nothing, out of nowhere, right? Just a ball over the top that he gets on the end of and passes by a defender or two, like you just saw in that run a minute ago.
Giving chase that time for Hartford Athletica's Galen Flynn again. Just his 4th start of the season. Some familiar names, especially on the back line, but other players getting an opportunity today for the visitors. Indy 11 Soccer is brought to us by Desnuda 100% organic tequila. How real tequila tastes. The veteran Paco Craig heads it away. Here's Morea. Job by Blake to block that effort in. Throw in coming for the visitors here at minute number 8. Ray in his 2nd year with Hartford Athletic. And again, he is one of their regular squad players. He's appearing in his 17th league match, all but one of those a start.
I love seeing that out of Jack Blake, though. That's twice now. He's applied some good pressure.
And it was deemed it clipped Morea on the way out. So Indy 11 with the throw. But possession short-lived for Indy. And the flag goes up. Offside flag against Sadat Anaku. Eric Dick will have the restart coming for the Indy 11. Eric, part of a really cool moment at the beginning of this game today, and one we'll talk about at halftime as well. And as the friendship he has cultivated with a young goalkeeper from the south side that has been fighting a cancer fight and just finished his treatment this week. More about the story of Cooper Andreas coming up at halftime. Chisholm couldn't get around TJ Prestis. Blake deemed for the foul. Jack found the back of the net early and often to begin his season. He began about 3 or 4 weeks into the campaign due to injury, but has not scored since April for the Indy 11. Missed some time due to injury. Played the second half of the loss in San Antonio on Friday. Asking for a handball. They'll get it.
I'd say Jack Blake's having a great first 10 minutes. He's buzzing around. He's getting on balls. He's making the hustle plays defensively. Doing a lot of that grunt work, which is not easy for a guy who's really the creative type, right? That's kind of where he really shines. So you love seeing that, and when you see that as a teammate, it really gets everyone else going, right? Oh, Jack's getting in tackles. He's putting in the extra effort, right? That makes everyone else want to step their game up, especially defensively.
Numbers for the Indy 11. Masanvi slides it forward to Blake. Blake on the cross was trying to locate Rendon. Brian Rendon trying to forge the connection. Rendon's touch a bit strong, and again Siaha will elect to play it other than just letting it trickle across into touch for a goal kick. 2-2 was the score when these two teams played back on March 28th. Hartford's been playing here since 2019. Only 1 year did these two teams not see each other here during the regular season. That was 2021. Even in the shortened COVID year, Hartford played here in the year that they made the playoffs for the first of 2 times it's happened in franchise history. Indy won that season as well. Hartford has not won here. First time Hartford played here was 2019 at Lucas Oil Stadium, a match the Indy 11 won 1-0 on a Hartford own goal. Hartford would return the favor, though, later that year when Indy would be their home opener of their current stadium. Hartford won that match. Very sweltering summer day back in the middle of the 2019 season.
Looks like we got a long throw coming in from Logan Neinlinger.
He'll use a couple of lanes of the track to help build it up as best he can. Rendon unable to keep that header on target, and now a chance to break out of the back.
Keep him wide if you're Metrano. There you go.
Trying to beat the keeper again. Like we said, there's a little inexperience up top.
Yeah. The way
the squad has rotated today for Hartford, and that was on display with that thing airmailing the entirety of the Brickyard Battalion.
Yeah, you're going to have a tough time. Yeah, good little counterattack attempt here, but you're going to have a hard time beating Eric Dick from that distance. I will say Metrano did a good job. You just delay, you force it wide as the rest of the guys can retreat back. So job well done by him.
Sports the Match is brought to us by the Keystone Group, specializing in transmission developments, construction management, and investment. Temperatures in the high 80s. There is at least a bit of a breeze that frankly is blowing across the field coming from the south. This is the unique east-west pitch alignment. I'm not sure Siaha is dealing with looking into the sun just yet. Eric Dick might be in the second half. Speaking of Eric, he drifts over and tracks that ball in with ease. At the feet of Metrano. Again, he is in for Aiden Quinn. Alejandro. Nearly 80 appearances the last 3 years for Miami FC. I think he's a pretty solid left back. He's not the creative force that Aiden Quinn is, but then again, Brad, who is.
Yeah, those are big shoes to fill, but good little run by him. You could see his kind of craftiness to get some space. Made a good run up the line. Found Masanvi. You like to see that out of Metrano.
Today is just his second start in league play. Opportunity here. Rendon. Chiza trying to time it. Rendon fires and fires it wide.
What a strike. Yeah, what a strike. I mean, that's what you want from Indy. Try to get Rendon and Masanvi isolated 1v1 out wide. You see him get the ball, kind of stand up. The defender here cuts it to the right, and, I mean, got a lot of power behind it. Looks like he just missed it near post.
Rendon, one of 2 natives of Cuba to have played for the Indy 11. The suspended Arturo Diz-Pay is the other one. And his pace is slow, but frankly, that has been the Indy 11's pace that has slowed as well.
Yeah, Indy's got to be a little careful here. There's been maybe 3 times, Rake, where Hartford's played a long direct ball over the top, and it's Herbert and Paco Craig kind of just 2v2. And if they just get a flick and they're in, they almost happened there, almost happened on the previous one. So you can tell the tactics here, right? Hartford's trying to be solid defensively and then going pretty direct up front, hoping for a flick to get on and in behind.
Indy 11 Soccer is brought to us by Johnson Controls. Johnson Controls, the power behind your mission. Blake just chips this one forward for Masanvi. Knocked away by Hartford. Masanvi trying to carve out some space. It will lead to a throw in. It was TJ Prestis. It was on the defensive effort for Hartford Athletic. He's been sitting on this lead since the 3rd minute with Edward Chiza getting the goal. The ball does stay in play. Great hustle by Craig. Last touch by Blake. It will be a throw coming here for the visitors.
You can hear Coach McCauley here on the sideline, Rick, just really encouraging the guys to try to trap Hartford in when they're in the attacking third. When the ball turns over, that quick counter press hasn't worked to lead to possession necessarily for Indy 11, but it has worked in terms of shutting down Hartford's counterattack.
Neidlinger hustling to get back in position. Yeah, but Bukar and Jai tied up on the opposite sideline. I think there is a sense from Sean McCauley, given the injuries that Hartford is dealing with, given the traffic that they have coming up this week, as Flynn made that a really easy play for Eric Dick. But to finish the thought, I think Sean told us, hey, if you get a 2-goal lead here early, you may kind of have the other team start thinking about Wednesday night at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, especially if they get another one here early on. Sometimes guys kind of looking at the next game already. It can make a difference for sure, especially on a hot day.
And 3 inside of the box here for Hartford Athletic on the cutback, and just touched away by Matrano. That was in the path of Flynn. Flynn, a young man that is from West Hartford, is playing his first professional season after playing in a variety of stops in college soccer. Lastly, the University of South Carolina. And you mentioned it, Brad. Hartford is continuing to kind of create opportunities, frankly, taking a page out of the Indy 11 book by playing the long ball.
Yeah, I mean, Matrano with a great touch there also. That's a good opportunity for Hartford. And he's got to be careful in the back, even when they're pushing numbers forward. They don't want to push too many. They should always have a number-up advantage in the back. That's kind of rule of thumb defending-wise. Always have a number-up advantage. So right now, you see Cam Lindley advanced. You see Neidlinger advanced. You got to make sure you have one extra guy in the back.
Neidlinger's cross, and we're going to stop this for head contact. That's well done by Edson Carvajal again. There wasn't a real advantage there at that point in time, but that's an immediate stop. And frankly, that's the last thing you want to see for Hartford Athletic. That, and they had 9 players on the injury report. Only one of them listed as out. 3 of those players are not in the 18 today. 4 players on the injury report are subs. One of the other players that's on the injury report is in the match as we speak in Sadada Naku.
Yeah.
It's been that type of year for Coach Burke after his team finally felt they kind of turned the corner last year, being a playoff team, winning what was then the Jägermeister Cup, what is now the Prinks Tires USL Cup.
Yeah, it's not never easy to select players, but when you have that many injuries and guys out and different things you're trying to balance in terms of league play and cup play. There's just a lot of factors and things kind of going through Brendan Burke's mind. I think probably picking selection for this game to put themselves in a good position, but also be ready for Wednesday.
And listen, he can really coach.
Yeah.
Okay, he was tremendously successful in Colorado Springs. Before that, part of the Philadelphia Union system, and the talent that came through the Bethlehem Steel when you first got in the league back in 2018, and when Indy first joined the league. It's kind of a who's who as to guys that are still playing, 8-9 years later. Brendan can really coach. He has not gotten much in the way of breaks at times with Hartford.
Yeah, it's really tough, especially when you have those injuries, especially when you're not maybe a team that spends the most in the league and you're already kind of a slimmer roster.
Your Central Indiana Ford dealers are a proud sponsor of Indy 11 Soccer. Visit your local Central Indiana Ford dealer today. Well, could have to have an early substitution. Now, again, you are granted an extra sub if it is because of head contact. And, again, it's pretty easy to see. Thankfully, the player is up on the far side.
Yeah, scary. Anytime you get hit in the head. Certainly, he was airborne at the time, so couldn't really do much to prepare himself for that.
Bukar Njai, the injured player, getting his 6th start of the season. 7th year in the championship for Bukar. Has spent time with Atlanta United 2, RGV, Phoenix Rising, and Oakland before making his way to the Northeast. Drop ball coming up here. 21st minute.
Come on, you two down this side. You two, 2v1.
Njai wave back on. Masanvi makes the overlapping run. Rendon looking to settle the cross. Indy will err on the side of caution and maintain possession.
Keep it.
Masanvi slides it through. Chizza gets a couple of touches. Who touched it last? The answer, the visitors. Throw in coming.
I'll tell you what's worked 5 or 6 times, Rake, is Jack Blake kind of shifting out to the left. They're doing a little bit of an overload here with him and Masanvi. Coach McCauley is really encouraging the two of them to try to get some numbers on the left side to work the ball in for a cross.
Siaha makes the relatively simple play. Frankly, since the goal, not exactly seen a lot of traffic. Only the kind of the ball by Rendon that blasted past him on the near side of the net.
Next one.
It's a great win by Herbert.
Hey, up.
He is not going to lose too many aerial battles.
There will be a hydration break in today's game. We'll see exactly when that will take place. Back before hydration breaks became an everyday thing in the 22nd minute, they used to be in the 30th minute. So there's a little conjecture as to when the hydration break is going to take place. I can tell you with our view in the shade but not in the air conditioning, a hydration break is a very good thing today.
Yeah, not the worst thing. I do wish the referees had a little bit of autonomy. So, for instance, we had the injury in the 17th minute.
Just do it then, right?
Can we just take it 4 or 5 minutes early, be efficient with the time, and then not take one in the 22nd?
Let's tell you about a hydration break of a different kind. Looking for the best deal in town? Check out the Pabst Blue Ribbon deck next time you're at Carroll Stadium and enjoy $3 PBRs all game long. Tickets available at Ticketmaster.com or the Indy 11 box office day of game. Pabst Blue Ribbon, because you deserve a blue ribbon. Indy wearing the captain's armband today with Aiden Quinn out due to injury. Maintains possession for the Indy 11. Rendon, Blake. Rendon looking back post, and that ball will trickle in a touch.
Rendon has not been super sharp here in the first 22 minutes. And not that he's played bad, it's just usually he's much sharper in the attacking third. See that cross kind of went out of bounds. His shot earlier was wide. Early, he had a couple touches that were a little bit off, but a player of his quality, certainly don't want to give him another chance.
Possession so far in favor of Indy, 55-45. Again, Hartford playing the long ball, and that's going to be a foul on Herbert. It's going to be a yellow.
Yeah, it's the right call. I'm telling you, Hartford is dangerous with that long ball over the top.
And he can just reach out with a jersey tug. And obviously Hartford is saying, hey, is he the last defender? I think Edson Carver's going to say no. There were 2 other defenders that were back on the play. But it will be a yellow, and it will be a dangerous free kick opportunity for Hartford Athletic.
Yeah, Paco Craig was there, although I can certainly understand Hartford's arguments.
I think yellow's the right call.
No, I do.
Do I think he reached out and got him? Yeah. Do I think he sold it? Of course he did, which is the right play.
Yep. No, right.
I think yellow and a free kick is the right call all the way around.
Yeah, completely agree.
Eric Dick setting his wall as best he can. You get a great view of this from our camera behind the Brickyard Battalion. Barry Coffey, team high 3 goals. First time we really have called his name in this game. Tore it up in the 2nd division in Ireland last year before making his way to the States for the first time. I'd be surprised if it's anybody other than number 16 for Hartford that takes this one. It is Jai that gives it a hit, puts it into the wall. He redistributes. This one takes a turn. That will be a corner. So first corner of the match belongs to the visitors in Hartford.
Yeah, Wall did a good job there, standing strong. See Eric Dick kind of acknowledging that after the free kick.
So it is Barry Coffey that will head to the opposite corner flag, getting his 13th start of the season. Scored 26 goals a year ago. And understandably so, was named the player of the year in his league. And that's going to be a foul. And Brad, I have the joy of broadcasting both types of football in town. I'll have the Indianapolis Colts preseason opener against the Patriots on Thursday. Britton Fisher had the best lead block by a fullback I've seen in a long time. Just absolutely was pile driving Jack Blake towards goal, and Edson Carvajal saw the same thing, and hence the flag goes up.
Yeah, a good call. Good call.
I'm trying to think of the last great fullback to play for the Indianapolis Colts that would have. Maybe Heath Evans for Patriots fans that are watching from the Hartford perspective as we speak.
O'Brien's had a kind of quiet first 26 minutes or so. Yeah, once again, not necessarily his fault. He's also one of those guys that can make some things happen going forward, and he's a two-way player, so he's not always going to get the glory or get on the ball much, but he's a hard-working two-way central midfielder.
Brian second on the team in goals scored this year with 5. 4 of those in league play, 1 of those in USL Cup action. And Matrano hits one in our general direction. Restart coming for Hartford Athletic. Possession again has slightly been in favor of the Indy 11. Frankly, the maybe better chance has been created by Hartford Athletic, since Indy got the opening salvo from Edward Chisholm in the 3rd minute.
Well done by Matrano again. He's having a good first 28 here.
He doesn't have the normal build of a left back, but does all the little things well, and very skilled player.
Yeah, good body contact on that one when the ball came in. Just a little bump kind of threw the attacker off balance and then shielded him, let the ball go out of bounds.
Now foul called against TJ Prestis. Prestis trying to find his footing in Coach Burke's lineup from a season ago. Last year, TJ was 3rd in the squad for Hartford in terms of minutes played. This is just his 9th start of the year. But I think he'll figure things out. He has a Yale education. He'll put 2 and 2 together. Here's Paco Craig. Can Masanvi track this down? Yes, he can. Should never doubt Masanvi's speed. Takes a moment to size up the opportunities. Finds Matrano. Matrano on the cross. Rendon trying to get the turn. Could never get it on his feet. Good work by Neidlinger, though, to win it back from Taufik and maintain the attack for Indy.
You too, son! You too!
Matrano takes a look, and Matrano down behind the play. And Indy asking for a whistle, and now they will get it, and frankly, both sides are upset. And Edson Carville basically saying both benches, relax.
Yeah, yeah.
So Matrano down behind the play. I'm sure Indy is wanting a foul on the service. Frankly, in that case, the referee's eyes have diverted to follow the ball, which is where either the fourth or the AR then kind of steps in and says, okay, here's what I saw.
Yeah.
And no VAR that we have, and you'll see a replay momentarily, but none that we have to assist in this scenario.
Yeah, and then Hartford obviously saw Matrano go down and tried to counter, which not necessarily a fault of theirs.
And there's the contact that was made.
A little bit there, but I don't think he was, Hartford player was trying to go in egregiously or anything like that.
However, look at where the ball was being placed, so it is going to be a foul after the fact. And it's going to be given to the Indy 11.
Yeah, I assume either the fourth or the AR on the side was trying to get the center's attention, waving the flag, trying to indicate that, hey, there was something there.
And this is not just a free kick, but a cavity free kick that is brought to us by Cornerstone Family Dentistry. Locations in Carmel, Indianapolis, and Danville. And normally there is a debate. Is it Aiden Quinn? Is it Cam Lindley? No Aiden Quinn. You know it's going to be Cam Lindley today. So the right-footed in-swinger is inbound. Lindley looking back post. Rendon. Paco Craig up and over the bar.
Great ball in by Cam Lindley and a great head back across from Bruno Rendon.
So with that, that brings us to our hydration break here in minute number 31. And that's the thing with the wealth of talent that the Indy 11 have in the midfield. You've got Quinn, you've got Lindley, you've got Blake that can do those things.
Yep.
It really is almost like a pitching rotation that the Indy 11 have in situations like that.
Sure, sure. Yeah, that was a good one. It was the ball across. Rendon's hitting it back. The only problem with that is I think Paco Craig and some of the other guys, they made the early run too. They weren't kind of delaying their run maybe enough for the head back across from Bruno Rendon, which is why when Paco Craig was going up for that ball, he was kind of already at a standstill instead of attacking the ball. But nonetheless, good effort from Indy 11 there.
Fans, be sure to purchase your tickets for the all-new Indy 11 Foundation 50-50 raffle during tonight's game. Now, you can purchase them here in the stadium, but we're talking to you and the television audience. Yeah, you. Let's watch the game on your couch. Visit Indy115050.com. Winning number will be announced during tonight's postgame show. You know, you've heard for years, you must be present to win. You got to be present at all. Just got to be paying attention. Indy115050.com. Go get your tickets right now. Did you buy tickets 2 weeks ago? The first one?
Oh, yeah. Didn't win. Next one's mine.
I'm not sure we're eligible.
Yeah, you're probably right.
They may force us.
Conflict of interest.
Have like a nom de plume or something along those lines. It's a fancy way of saying fake name. Let's go back to minute number 3. And again, I would say an innocent-looking cross, and I'm sure one that Anthony Siaha would say he'd like to have back. Again, I got to be thinking in his heart of hearts, he thought O'Brien was going to make contact with that in some way or fashion.
Yeah. Once again, you're kind of frozen there, unable to really do much until something kind of occurs in front of you. Now, Chiza does he gets a good flick on. I would think at least half the times out of 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10. I think Siaha probably makes that save. He gets a hand on it and just flicks it wide because that's just the caliber of goalie that Siaha is. But not this time, right? Makes it in, gives Indy the early lead here on this Sunday.
So hydration break has come to its conclusion. We'll have at least a couple of extra minutes that will be added on to the end of the first half. Frankly, 2 of the best goalkeepers in the league that you were looking at. Anthony leads the league in saves with 63 coming in. Eric Dick tied for 5th at 48. Morea able to win that one away from O'Brien. Now Flynn. And not a lot of starts for Flynn this year. He's been very active in the game plan today, but unfortunately, off the ball he's hit forward has simply been overcooked.
Yep.
It's been,
I think he's had 3 maybe that have gone right to
plays
right to
of a simple
Dick.
variety for Eric Dick to make. Yep.
Yeah.
Great header by Prestis. That was, if you get that wrong, that's probably a second goal.
Well done by Paco Craig. Read that bounce really well off the turf, which is not easy.
He's been timing that well for a decade, has he not? And that'll be a throw coming here for the visitors in Hartford Athletic. Paco, in our league, best known for his time with Lou City. Multiple-time first or second team all-league defender. Since then, time in Miami and North Carolina. Was brought in to be kind of a veteran presence, and again, I don't think it was thought he'd be an everyday player, but because of injuries and simply because of how well Paco has played.
Yeah.
When he's been healthy, he's been in the 18. He's been in the 11 every time.
Yeah, yeah. He's just a dependable veteran of this league, as you alluded to. He knows what it takes to get the job done. As you get a little bit older, you get a little bit wiser, and you learn some tips and tricks over the years. He uses his body really well, really smart. Dependable center back for Indy 11.
Given Paco's musical background, I'm sure he would have appreciated joining me at the concert I was at last night. I went to see the Foo Fighters at Soldier Field last night.
There you go. How was it?
Fantastic. 3rd time I have seen the Foo Fighters. Band has not lost a step musically whatsoever. For those who don't know Paco's musical background, Paco's father is the bassist and founder of Culture Club, as in Boy George, as in really big deal in the 80s. And he kind of made the choice at like his teenage years, am I going the music route or the soccer route? You can now tell which one he picked.
It's not too late. You can do both, right?
Maybe not professionally, but I'm sure he's a talented musician. Those genes usually pass down.
Yeah, you got to do something after you're done playing.
Shizza. Blake trying to get to Masambi again. Right idea, just probably better served, hitting that ball a little bit wider, letting Masambi run onto it.
Yeah, a cheeky little back heel by Jack Blake to kind of spring that opportunity.
Morea's ball just a bit behind Injai. Blake stands his ground. It will be a corner. So 2nd corner of the match, inbound for Hartford Athletic. Christos Hadjipachalis. Thankfully, it pronounces just as it spells. All 5 syllables for the native of Cyprus, getting his 2nd start of the season. And it's Coffey that heads to the corner flag for the visitors. Hartford has pulled points from Indianapolis before. They have never taken home all 3 in their previous trips here. Again, another player goes down in the box. Harry Dick able to make the play.
Yeah, Jack Blake got absolutely trucked in the box.
Again, Masanvi on the flyer. Gets held up. Well defended by Hartford. And it's Morea that makes the play at the back.
Yes, Louis, you.
Herbert nods it forward and pushes it past Coffey.
Yeah, it was a good little touch by Cam Lindley that ended up kind of getting that ball over to Jack Blake.
Right idea by O'Brien, just couldn't time it.
You almost always on turf, almost always have to overhit it. On grass, especially wet grass, usually you'll get a little skip. Ball move a little bit quicker. On turf, it slows down just a touch on the bounce, so you usually have to overhit it.
Craig, and it will be a corner kick. And Craig went flying as he and Taufik connected. But ricochets off of Paco Craig and then trickles in a touch. So 3rd corner and 2nd in the last couple of moments of this match here for Hartford. So Coffey goes to the other corner flag. Hartford being a bit deliberate on these restarts again because of being thin on numbers. Trying to take the air out of it when they have the opportunity. And obviously after the last corner, Indy will make it a point to say, hey, can you please watch the contact in and around the 6?
Yeah, Hartford's attacking these corners very aggressive, as they should. There's a lot of body contact in the box.
This time it was a Hartford player that went down, and again we play on. And that'll be a foul against Josh O'Brien. Another dangerous set piece from the edge of the 18. Haji Pashalis, the player that draws the contact from the Indy 11 midfielder.
Yeah, tough foul for Josh O'Brien there. He's kind of going wide, kind of away from goal. Usually one where you don't want to foul someone.
And kind of gave the universal hands up sign, which...
Yeah, this will be a good look here, but maybe a little soft, but
it was Injai that took it last time.
Yeah, the wall did a good job last time, so we'll see if they can stay strong again.
This one is frankly closer, which may not be a good thing. You're trying to get this up and over the wall in short order and keep it on frame. Where should Eric Dix-Reed be here, partner?
He needs to trust the wall to cover the near post, so the right post. His responsibility is mid-goal and far post, left post. So he needs to trust the wall to do his job. If they put it up and over on the right side, kudos to them, but Eric Dick needs to watch central and the left post.
Injai leaves it from the training pitch, trying to get the shot through, couldn't do it. Got the ball past the wall, then Hartford. Player goes down. Indy says no contact, or referee says no contact to the benefit of Indy. And now a chance to fly numbers forward for the Indy 11.
Look at Masanvi.
Rendon knocks it forward. O'Brien, extra touch Masanvi. He's got 5 to choose from and didn't find a teammate.
Now we're back the other way.
Matrano drifting back, does a great job of intercepting that. And then Lindley, Haji Pashalis got in the way of him trying to track it down. Well, even though Indy's had a 1-goal lead for nearly 40 minutes, in terms of the way this match has been played, it's frankly been a very even match.
Yeah, no, it has.
Let's remind your fans, Soccer Saturday every Saturday morning on 93.5 and 107.5 The Fan. This week we spoke to Sean McCauley, the returning Dylan Singh, after his loan to Portland Hearts upon, and my good friend Seton O'Connor of the Dan Patrick Show and big-time Hartford athletic supporter. All sent in. Herbert able to slide in and slow down the progress. And chances continue to add up here for Hartford. By the way, this portion of the match is brought to us by your Central Indiana Ford dealers. Proud sponsor of Indy 11 Soccer. Visit your local Central Indiana Ford dealer today.
Yeah, a lot of action in the last couple minutes. Dangerous ball in.
It will be a goal kick. Last touch by Hartford. And again, they have got some of their bigger weapons that are available off the bench, namely former Indy 11 striker Augie Williams in half number 2.
It's a great little attempt on the set piece. Obviously didn't kind of last ball. Indy covered it well, but there's a dangerously whipped in ball here from wide. Indy 11 had a good opportunity on the counter attack there. O'Brien and Masanvi couldn't quite get on the same page, and then Logan Neinlinger maybe stepped a little prematurely on that last one for Hartford as they kind of worked their way down the left side of the field. But some good action here the last few minutes.
Possession is tilted in favor of Hartford, not by a significant margin, 53-47. Shots in favor of Hartford 6-3, but shots on target are 1 apiece.
Down the side, give it in.
Shizza.
Gotta win it. No, God. Somebody's going to get to the ball.
He decided to keep numbers behind the ball. Najee Pachalis. And deflects off of Jack Blake. Matrano's clearance goes nowhere. Player goes down in the box. Nothing of it. Hartford asking for a foul. Indy asking for a card for simulation. Nothing in either direction, which ends up being a win for the Indy 11.
Yeah, you see Cam Lindley talking to him. It's been a couple times where it didn't look like a ton. Hartford's going down. Seems like pretty quick. We'll see if we get a replay here. See if it's a warranted reaction by the Indy 11 players. Yeah, he's just throwing himself on the ground. That really should be a yellow card. There's no place for that.
But I get it. Hartford hadn't scored in their last 4 matches.
Yeah.
You have an undermanned squad today. You're looking for any way to break through. I get it.
Yeah. It's a tough part of the game. It's hard to ref, and in those situations, it has such a big impact on the game. It's not like basketball where it's a free throw here or there, right? It's just such a big impact on the game.
Massanvi recognizing Neidlinger with acres of space to operate. Tries to get it to Chizza, just put too much on it. I think Chizza thought that maybe that ball was going to land at the feet of Blake behind him. And nothing comes of it for Indy. We've got at least a couple of minutes of additional time because of the hydration break. As we glance towards the 4th official, we play on. Player goes down, nothing in it. And Indy's got a numbers advantage.
Yeah, it's a good no call, again, by the referee. Jack Blake did a great job tracking him back. Got a little body contact shoulder to shoulder. Nothing egregious. No foul. Good play on by the ref.
4 minutes of added time before we get to our halftime festivities. Indy scored in the 3rd minute. Toronto takes a dive and draws contact there. That gives everybody a chance to catch their breath here for a matter of moments. Fans, show your Indy 11 pride. Get your exclusive IMCU Indy 11 debit card at any IMCU branch or online at imcu.com today.
Toronto's had a good first half. Been on the ground a couple times, but he's battling through. A guy that hasn't played massive amounts of minutes. Hot day, right? So he's probably looking at that clock, hoping to get into halftime and get some fluids and some rest before our second half.
Lindley being told to proceed with business and does exactly that. Rendon flicks it back post, but does not find a teammate. Of course, Hartford fans know of the ability of Cam Lindley. He hit an absolute rocket in their building to get a win a handful of years ago. He has had success in total against Hartford, but especially here. Clearly have put nothing away yet. Just a single goal lead heading towards the halftime break.
Lovely Jack. Lovely Jack.
Blake will be called for the foul.
Jack, well done. Keep going.
Stay tuned. Coming up at halftime, we'll hear from the head coach of the Indy 11 and Sean McCauley. About the wonderful story of Cooper Andreas as well, honorary team captain for today's game for the boys in blue. We'll take you around the league again. We're the only match playing in the league today. Full slate last night. Briggs Tires USL Cup action to talk about as well. Quarterfinal matches on Wednesday. At the edge of the 18, nothing there. Ball takes an inadvertent touch off of TJ Prestis. We play on. Eric Dick fights the traffic.
Well done by Eric Dick. Just read that ball the whole way. There's some traffic in front of him. Came out and grabbed it.
And if there's two goalkeepers that can kind of take kind of that sort of hit, they are both playing in today's game.
Yep. Eric
and Anthony did not get shortchanged for size at that position.
Yeah, and not only that, but it's the skill, right? It's the experience. It's hard to read the flight of a ball. It's even harder when there's bodies in front of you, and these aren't small bodies. These are big bodies moving, jostling for position. Well done by Eric Dick on that one.
Skill touch by Massanvi. Final minute of added time. Opportunity here. In on goal, Eric Dick got just enough of it. Anaku. He thought he had him. He convinced me as well.
Yeah, nervy couple minutes here.
And again, Matrano just doesn't take a chance, just knocks it forward. He'll give up a corner here at the end of the half.
You can see Paco Craig, as the play was happening, kind of yelling at Matrano to get back, but either Paco Craig or Matrano has to be on that runner. But Eric Dick bails him out.
Most of what Eric has had to do today has been of the simple. That was of the sublime.
Yep, that was a great save. Great save.
Anaku looking for his second goal of the season, getting his 7th start of the campaign. Coffee on the corner. Headed down, but not exactly on target. And that will be the end of half number 1. So frankly, Hartford has had the better of play as the half has gone along. But it is the Indy 11 that have the 1-goal lead heading to the halftime break. See what Hartford has done this year when they have been trailing at halftime of matches. Again, this massive match between the teams currently 8th and 9th in the table in the Eastern Conference. Being professional he is, the man in his 100th match as the head coach of the Indy 11. And Sean McCauley goes straight to our interview set, and he joins us now. Coach, I know you're happy with the score, maybe not happy what you're seeing as of late. Overall thoughts with the opening 45 minutes?
I think the last 15 minutes we've failed to sort of take control of the game. We're getting numerous occasions where we can play a simple through ball or a pass forward, which once you give that away, everybody's out of the game, because we're obviously playing on the break and on the counter-attack, and when people are committing forward and we don't make that pass, it takes everybody else out of the game. We've got to be a little bit better quality in that final third. Other than that, really pleased with the defending in terms of, competing. We're just a little bit sort of loose there at the end. 2 players going for the same ball. We've just got to make sure that we take control of that situation.
But that's the reason why you got a guy like Eric Dick back there, correct?
Yeah, it is. He's having a good game, and he'll have to have a good second half as well, because these are a really good team. They put you under pressure. They play the ball forward. They create their own chances through the way they play, and we're going to have to make sure we match that and then try and get that second goal.
Coach, thanks, my friend. We'll talk to you after the match.
Thank you.
Sean McCauley, head coach of the Indy 11, as always, kind enough to join us to kick off our halftime show. We'll take this quick timeout. We'll come back with halftime festivities from the mic. The Indy 11 looking to claim the season series against Hartford Athletic in that man's 100th match in charge. And a special team captain leading the way. And Zeke, too. Indy 11-1, Hartford 0 after 45 minutes in Indianapolis.
Odds are, you know the way to a person's heart is through their stomach, but maybe don't know much about complex blood and bone cancers. Or you know all the ins and outs of a chassis, not necessarily all about robotic heart valve surgery. And while he's thinking about bulldozers, you're not thinking about him ever needing a stem cell transplant. But if you do need care, trust the expert healthcare system 9 out of 10 Indiana doctors have chosen for their patients' care. Indiana University Health, no matter the odds.
All the color in the world.
Bring color to life with the very best paint, only at your Sherwin-Williams store.
Deep inside you, there's a spark waiting to be ignited, a yearning for a real connection, something that truly moves you. Find experiences that stir your soul in our new Kentucky home, where amazing nature and authentic bluegrass inspire you, where world-renowned bourbon and horses wow you. Kentucky, find what moves you.
This is Molly. She loves road trips, hikes, her dog Max, and cars that fit her lifestyle. Like this cool new ride that she got with help from Indiana Members Credit Union at a great low rate. And for when she's on the go, IMCU makes it easy for her to pay from anywhere thanks to their digital banking. Looks like Molly is really getting the max from her credit union.
For the USL halftime update in the championship. Dan Lucas inside the USL studio with the headlines. The Tampa Bay Rowdies staged their improbable 5-4 comeback victory over Louisville City last weekend, with all 5 goals happening in the second half. Now, believe it or not, that's the 3rd time the Rowdies have pulled off that feat since joining USL, the most in championship history. Orange County SC made its grand return to Championship Stadium with a 2-0 win over El Paso Locomotive, its first league match at home since late April before the World Cup began. OC played 9 consecutive league games away from home, including a neutral site home match, winding up on top of the table in the Western Conference. On Wednesday the 12th, it's the Prinks Tires USL Cup quarterfinals. USL will perform its test run of football video support, allowing coaches 2 requests for video review of 4 areas: goal or no goal, penalty or no penalty, direct red card, and mistaken identity of a yellow or red card. Upcoming national spotlight games, all on CBS Sports Network. Omaha hosts Richmond on the 16th, Phoenix Rising in Colorado Springs on the 19th. That game is also on 2DN. And then Orange County FC Tulsa on the 22nd. This is the USL halftime update. Let's get you back out to your match.
USL All Access on SiriusXM FC every Tuesday night. Devin Kerr, Mike Watts, we've got all the news around the championship.
This series is a dead heat. This is the one we've talked about since the end of May.
We'll recap weekly results, talk about player transactions, coaching tactics, and hey, maybe even a guest appearance by some interviews.
Who knows? SiriusXM FC every Tuesday night and the following day on the USL YouTube page and the SiriusXM app.
You ever just look at them and think, yeah, I'm doing all right.
This summer, get 1,000 bonus points and a chance to win 250,000 bonus points. Sometimes the waves are calling your name. Other times, you think the waves are calling your name, but actually, it's the kids. This summer, get 1,000 bonus points and a chance to win 250,000 bonus points.
Prinks Tires in the USL help soccer journeys everywhere to drive harder. From city playgrounds to suburban sidelines. From early mornings to late nights. From fun with friends to winner takes all. From the biggest fan to the biggest heart. And at every turn, Prinks Tires will be there for the long haul.
Today, we accomplished nothing. I mean it, not a thing. And it was kinda everything.
This summer, get 1,000 bonus points and a chance to win 250,000 bonus points.
With more features to keep your account safe and secure. Northwest Bank is here for what's next.
Good dog.
After the first half of this game, it is 1-0 in favor of the Indy 11. That young man is Cooper Andreas, and Friday marked what we hope is a monumental day in his life, and the Indy 11 were there to celebrate with him. Let's tell you the story.
What's up, everyone? Indy 11 here at Riley Children's Hospital. We're here to celebrate a young man named Cooper in his fight against cancer. Today's a big day. He's going to ring that bell, walk out of here cancer-free. We're all here to congratulate him and celebrate him. Go, Cooper.
My treatment's done. This course is run, and I am on my way.
Ring it loud! Woo!
And again, well done, mate. So proud of you.
Also, we have you're going to be an honorary captain on Sunday, so we thought you had to get a full kit. So we got some shorts, a jersey, and some socks for you. Make sure you look the part.
Yeah.
Congrats, dude.
No one should ever do what you had to have done, but to do it every single day, you showed the toughness, the grit. I like to think it's the goalkeeper DNA that you got inside of you, and we're just so unbelievably proud of you and happy that you get to just go out in life now and just be you and live an amazing life that hopefully brings you and your family a lot more peace and joy. So thank you for letting us be a part of this day, and we're so excited to celebrate you, man. I hope deep down you're so proud of yourself. Yeah.
Odds are, you know the way to a person's heart is through their stomach, but maybe don't know much about complex blood and bone cancers. Or you know all the ins and outs of a chassis, not necessarily all about robotic heart valve surgery. And while he's thinking about bulldozers, you're not thinking about him ever needing a stem cell transplant. But if you do need care, trust the expert healthcare system 9 out of 10 Indiana doctors have chosen for their patients' care. Indiana University Health, no matter the odds.
Don't miss out on your best summer yet. Upgrade your summer with AAA, with local savings like free Indians tickets, VIP access at Ruas Music Center, 35% off zoo tickets, 50% off Indy 11, and more. Time's running out. Don't miss out. Renew today at AAA.com and make this your best summer yet.
Across the globe, billions share one passion, soccer. And here in the Hoosier State, that passion belongs to the Indy 11. Fast-paced action, electric crowds, and a team that represents Indiana every time they step on the field. Make it 7 for Bruno Rendon. Chance to cue the smoke in Indianapolis. Indy 11, the world's game, Indiana's team. Secure your seats today at Indy11.com.
AES Indiana is dedicated to providing you with smart energy solutions that power our lives. Our energy efficiency programs help you save energy and money. From rebates on lighting and smart thermostats to appliance pickup and recycling, you can take advantage of cleaner, more cost-effective energy solutions right here, right now. IPL is now AES Indiana. We are accelerating the future of energy together.
The USL on CBS is presented by Best Western Hotels and Resorts, the official hotel partner of the United Soccer League. There are 6 members of the Indy 11 Century Club in terms of players. My partner Brad Ring is one of them. For the first time, we have a head coach that is part of that group, hence the banner unfurled by the Brickyard Battalion at the beginning of today's match. Congratulations, Coach McCauley. Certainly hopes that comes with all 3 points. Right now his team is in that position, but Hartford has had better of it going into halftime. Again, this is the only match taking place today in the championship. The majority of matches took place a day ago. So a quick look at the scores from around the league. Charleston beating Loudon 1-0. That frankly helps both of these teams in terms of the playoff position. Good win for Rhode Island against the Switchbacks. Lou City and San Antonio played to a 1-1 draw. And Tampa Bay had a momentary hiccup this summer. They found their footing. They went to Southern California and won 3-0 last night.
Yeah, Tampa's a great team. No surprise. They picked up a win there. Top of the East for Tampa.
Quality win as well for DCFC against Tulsa last night by a score of 1-0. You heard what Coach McCauley had to say going into halftime. Your thoughts as to how that shapes up in terms of practice here to start half number 2?
Yeah, I think he's spot on. There was a number of opportunities where Indy 11 had Hartford on the counterattack. They just weren't sharp. They weren't crisp. And when you lose the ball, when you're trying to counter, you're exposed in the back, right? So Indy 11 loses the ball on the counterattack. Hartford hits a long ball, and now they're even numbers in the back, 2 versus 2 or 3 versus 3, and that's not the position you want to be in.
While you did not play for Sean McCauley with the Indy 11, you played for Sean McCauley in Portland, so you know him well. Your thoughts about his achievement today?
I'm not surprised whatsoever. A great coach to play for, definitely a player's coach. But he knows what he wants, and he's clear with his expectations, and he makes it clear that you need to work hard and you need to be cohesive and you need to be together and all of those things. So we'll see if Indy can keep hold of this league and fine-tune some of those things in the attack that he alluded to at halftime.
Indy saw their home unbeaten streak end the last time they played here 15 days ago, trying to start a new streak here and continue a streak against Hartford, who has never won in Indianapolis, either in this building nor in Lucas Oil Stadium. Siaha with the reception of the cross. No substitutions for either side at halftime. And again, for Indy, they play again next Saturday in Jacksonville. That's a road telecast we'll have for you in our Indy 11 produced matches this season. Again, for Hartford, they play in Brinks Tire's USL Cup action on Wednesday. And I loved hearing what Dan Lucas was saying in the halftime report. That will be the first set of matches where we will have a video assist program for our referees. They're going to do it on 4 specific tenets: goal or no goal, misidentification of a booking. But love to see that. And I think that's something that should be something we're heading towards in this league. I love hearing that.
Yeah. No, it'd be good to kind of trial it, so to speak. Anytime there's a big rollout of something like that, either worldwide or league-wide, you always want to trial it first. Make sure you work out all the kinks.
Siaha will not take any chances and play that towards, well, us here pitch side. By the way, this portion of the second half is brought to us by Dormakaba. Dormakaba for every place that matters. Andy Piggish playing the role of ball boy here on the near sideline today.
He does it all.
Other duties as required. I'm not sure what Andy's official job title is. If you've seen the Sum of All Fears, he's caboter spinner. He's one of those two. That's what Andy is.
The doer of all things.
Correct, yep. There's a Mr. Fix, there's a get it done guy. That's that guy. Thanks for joining us on WRTV Channel 6. Those of you streaming on CBS Sports Galazo, those of you listening on Sirius XM FC 157. O'Brien was trying to find Chisholm. Now Coffey will put this into the path of Taufik. 18-year-old from Nigeria, first year playing away from home. Again, because of said Brinks Tire's USL Cup quarterfinal for Hartford, you can tell it's a bit of a rotated squad again. They're going through the injury bug as well. Had 9 players listed on the injury report, 5 of them who are in the 18 tonight. Chisholm, native of Uganda. Just couldn't keep it at his feet. And touch last by Logan Neidlinger.
I wouldn't mind seeing some on the last possession for Indy 11. Had a cross come in, kind of a chips cross. I wouldn't mind seeing a little bit more pace put on the ball on the cross. We saw a couple of them in the first half too. Just a little more accuracy and kind of confidence, to be quite honest, in terms of that last touch.
He scored in the 3rd minute. It's in the lead ever since. Haji Bishalis. And wind has picked up a little bit here, and that may be having an effect on some of the play. Neidlinger elected to let that ball just roll through. It will be a throw and not a goal kick. So a pinned-in throw next to the corner flag for the Indy 11. Frankly, there is rain in the forecast for much later this evening. It's only going to affect your mowing plans if you didn't get to it this weekend, a la me. Chisholm, and that's going to be a foul on the team captain and Jordan Scarlett. Frankly, because there's not been a great deal of possession by the guys up top for the Indy 11 today. We have not talked much about the Hartford back line. Scarlett, a veteran of this league. He has played every minute of every league game this year.
Yeah, Chisholm does a good job using his body there, and yeah, a little tug from Scarlett.
And again, that was the denial of the opportunity, not the ferocity of the foul. He has shown yellow. Brendan Burke has been shown yellow. Anthony Herbert has been shown yellow. And frankly, both yellow cards for players have been of the denial of opportunity. It's been a physical game. It's not been a chippy game in any way, shape, form, or fashion. Herbert. Anthony missed almost 2 months for the Indy 11. Was injured playing internationally for Trinidad and Tobago in a friendly against Russia. Of course, now those two countries in this year's World Cup. Here's Matrano.
There you go. It's better from Matrano. Advance and then keep, as opposed to advance and hit a long, kind of aimless cross into the box.
O'Brien to Rendon. Rendon has ventured all the way over to the left side for the Indy 11. Able to fend off one defender. Nylander couldn't separate past two. Indy has 4 behind the ball. Hartford trying to launch the counter.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if one of the messages from Coach McCauley to the team at halftime was, hey, yes, we want to get a second goal, but be careful sending too many numbers forward at once.
There are just kind of times and moments where you see this is a group for Hartford that maybe hasn't played together all that much. It's because okay, the guy's going to make the run here, and no one ends up being us to ball straight to the keeper.
Yeah.
Again, you understand the nature of it, injuries and frankly, opportunity. And it was an opportunity Indy had last year. Indy won their group a year ago. And we're upended by Greenville here in the quarterfinals. Indy did not advance to the quarterfinal round this time around. Hartford has 4 wins in league play this year. Then they get to Brinks Tires Cup play and they're 3-0-1.
Good ball movement from Indy. Jack Blake kind of leading the charge there.
Here's Masanvi. Prestis, Blake knocks it forward. Chizza, O'Brien, Siaha able to make the diving effort. Josh probably would like to have that one back in terms of velocity, but in terms of the build, that is as good as we have seen from the Indy 11 tonight.
Yeah, excellent build. I mean, started from the back all the way forward. That ball back just put O'Brien a little bit wide right, a little bit wider than he'd probably want to be, but nonetheless, great build-up play from Indy 11.
Rendon goes down, and we'll get a whistle here. No foul was given. Rendon claiming that Njai simply got him in the face, kind of on the push-off. Whistle given, but no foul. Possession will be maintained by Hartford Athletic. Decide for yourself. Rendon, a little frustration directed towards Britton Fisher. Of course, this match is brought to us by the Keystone Group, specializing in transmission developments, construction, management, and investments. Frankly, this match has been allowed to be physical.
Yeah, it has been, but to your point earlier, not dirty by any means. Just a good hard-fought match here so far. Now, fast forward 15, 20 minutes, there might start to be a little bit of desperation from Hartford. Sometimes that can get a little chippiness, kind of bring a little chippiness into the match, but Herbert's done a good job in the back.
Give the because of injuries, this center back pairing of Craig and Herbert, they have become the preferred pairing this year. Pat Hogan was probably in the mix for one of those two spots, and he not suffered a season-ending injury in preseason training. Aiden White also out for the year. Haji Pachalas getting just his second start. Neidlinger, the man that has replaced Aiden White, as he started in every league match but one, and that one was last Friday in San Antonio, where Nabi Kibanguchi got his first start. Hartford has a quadrant of players that are heading to the fourth official. So clearly a planned time rotation for Hartford Athletic today.
Yeah, usually when you have that many at one time, to your point, Rake, it's kind of predetermined. Now, could you have Coach Burke shifted some things based on the game? Yeah, of course. But usually when you see that many, that's planned, and especially with the upcoming game Wednesday for them, not surprised.
Well, Lola will be one of those four players coming in. Looks like Augie Williams have a chance to line up against his former team. Anderson, who's been a usual starter defender, he was one of those guys on the injury report with a thigh injury.
Yeah, you got some experience coming in here for Hartford.
So Adi Doken will be the other player that will come on as well. He just acquired. That's going to be an advantage play to the Indy 11. Rendon, Lindley, Masangvi. Rendon trying to knock it past a couple of players, and that will be a foul outside of the 18. That will be a card. So a yellow given. There'll be a talking to by the referee and by Cam Lindley. And it will be a free kick, a cavity-free kick, presented by Cornerstone Family Dentistry, with locations in Carmel, Indianapolis, and Danville. And let's take a look. Yeah, just enough there to get the whistle. Just nudged him off enough to knock Uda.
Yeah, I think feet might have gotten tangled a little bit too, but a good run from Bruno Rendon. You could tell he was trying to find Cam Lindley to the left, kind of more central. But Hartford's defense did a good job kind of funneling him kind of straight down to the right. But dangerous opportunity with Cam Lindley and Jack Blake over the ball here. I think Jack Blake usually takes these opportunities on goal, but we'll see.
Normally this is Aiden Quinn's territory. He's out due to injury. I mean, these are two quality options to go to for plan B and C, if you will. And the four players that will be waived on, looks like it's not going to be in this stoppage in play. Williams double-digit goals here 2 years ago for the Indy 11. League championship last year in Pittsburgh, now in Hartford. Before he is waved on, he'll be coming on in a 1-0 game or a 2-0 game. It is Blake, and Blake puts it up and over the bar. And with that, before the restart, here comes reinforcements for Hartford Athletic. Our substitutions brought to us by Morales Group Staffing, offering flexibility in both staffing and, say, operational efficiencies. Like, hey, I need 4 employees today. Be like Hartford, be like Morales Group Staffing. You can get it in bulk. So Williams, Anderson, Obalola, Adedokin all enter. Pachalas, Taufik, Naku, and Flynn all exit. And those are all 4 guys really have not played all that much this year. I think all those guys put in a pretty good shift today for Hartford.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. This is going to change the game here with these 4 coming on for Hartford.
And
Absolutely.
frankly, this is much kind of their more regular rotation. And Adedokin is still relatively new with Hartford. Was acquired from Lexington just a couple of weeks ago. So we saw him play here back at the end of May.
It's one of those things where the scoreline's really dictating that, right, Rake? If Indy were to have gotten another one, certainly another 2, does Burke maybe hold those subs, right?
Just save them all for Wednesday.
Save them for Wednesday. Now he's probably looking at the scoreboard thinking, hey, 59th minute, only down 1. We got a chance to come get a point or 3 out of this game if I make these 4 subs. So
Indy has all 5 subs at their discretion. Just 1 more remaining for Hartford. Blake will launch this one forward, see if Rendon can get there, and Siaha bobbled, but had enough time and space to recover. Noble Okello is already getting the kid on for the Indy 11. Looks like he will be the first Indy 11 substitution on the bench. Not currently the 4th official yet. Indy 11 Soccer, sponsored by All Occasion Tent Rental, creating lasting memories, one event at a time. Should be an 11 team that's pretty fresh. They had an extra 2 days. Played in San Antonio last Friday. Obviously now playing on Sunday. No midweek matches for the Indy 11 until they get into September. They've got a couple of them in September. One of those, a rescheduled match that was supposed to be in June against Brooklyn FC. It's going to be a rare Tuesday night home game on September the 15th. By the way, there's one more of these Sunday games coming up as well. That'll be on September the 20th. Make sure you join us then. Long distance ball from Obalola. And Obalola asking for a high boot. Referee says no, it will be a corner. Would say no, it's just the ball that ricocheted off of him. But Wally Obalola. And he checked on here.
It was a bang-bang play. I mean, he definitely took a shot to the head.
But if it's the ball, that's just unfortunate. If it's the leg, we're having a different conversation.
Yeah, here we go.
Let's see in real time if it was.
Yeah,
it's the ball. Yeah.
Herbert's got it. He can't slow up his run and try to clear that with his foot. He needs to run through that ball with his chest or his head. A dangerous opportunity there. And he's sitting on a yellow, right? So if that's a half second later, he's out. Indy's down a guy, and they're in a dogfight for the last 30 minutes here.
Obalola getting his 9th match play of the season. 20 years of age from Nigeria. 2nd year with the team. And it will be a corner. Abubakar Njai having a conversation with the 4th official in front of us in terms of the call or lack thereof. We mentioned just 1 sub available for Hartford. Now, if this is a head injury, you do get an extra sub. If they determine that Adewale will be unable to continue in the match, you get the benefit of an extra substitution.
Yep, no, you're spot on, Rick. And I think they ended up calling a goal kick on that one. Yeah.
And again, that's the proper call because it would have deflected off of his head. So
I think Herbert knew that and kind of obviously looking to let it go out for that reason.
Had literally insult to injury there for Hartford, but that is the proper call.
Yeah, it still hurts. Still hurts.
I want to thank our friends at Dormicaba. Dormicaba for every place that matters. And Obalola now getting up, and again, they will have to wave him back in. That's just unfortunate timing. Again, I do think Herbert was making a play on the ball.
Yeah.
It does look like Obalola will be able to continue on in the game. Last touch by Augie Williams. Of course, Augie, one of the best to ever do it in this league. He is the leading active goal scorer in the USL Championship by a significant margin. 87 career goals for Augie. 11th year he has spent time in the USL Championship, and he turned 29 earlier this week. Matrano, Masanvi. Masanvi, just a bit too strong that touch. He went flying, but that play was already made by that point in time.
Yeah, it was a good early ball from Matrano up to Masanvi. His touch wide was just a little too far. Couldn't catch up to it. But those are the situations where Indy wants to get Masonvi into, right? 1v1 with some space, running at Hartford's back line.
Opportunity here. Anderson. On the cross, goes all the way through, and frankly didn't find an Indy 11 nor a Hartford Athletic player for some time. And Kello has gone back to continue to loosen for the Indy 11, but he's got the shirt on and is ready to go, and Hartford is going to go ahead and get their 5th substitution in the game and potentially be done on that front with 25+ minutes left to go in the match.
Which is dangerous. Which is dangerous if there's an injury any point for Hartford in the next 25 minutes.
First clearance by Blake didn't go very far. Second one by Neidlinger did just enough. Adidokin. Ovalola. Ball sent in. That was Njai that played it in. Herbert plays it sideways. 5th and final substitution will be Samaria. Has made his way to the 4th official, Emmanuel Samaria. How about having enough crosses last year where they have given your nickname as the Cross Boss? That's well done, whoever came up with that in Hartford, by the way. He had 5 assists this season. Hasn't had the same success this time around. He's waiting to enter.
Not as much cross bossing.
He's more of assistant cross to the regional manager or something like that this year. Well done by Anderson. Njai trying to get to the byline. Plays it in, and frankly, a couple of dangerous balls. The Northerners haven't found anybody for Hartford.
Yeah.
And when you're having kind of their struggles to score, frankly, it's a lot of the same thing I say about the Indy 11. You know, it's just you're creating chances, you're just not finishing.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, too easy from Nolan. Neidlinger.
Rendon flicks it forward. Shiza carves out space. Was blocking out like he played high school basketball in Indiana.
Indy, to be fair, Indy really needed that. They struggled in the last couple minutes. Kind of ever since these subs came on for Hartford, they've had some momentum. They needed something to kind of slow things up, regroup. Unfortunately, Rendon is down right here in front of us.
So Samaria comes on. Njai is done for the day. So Hartford, again, keeping our fingers crossed, barring some sort of head injury. They are done with substitutions for the day, and our substitutions are brought to us by our friends at Morales Group Staffing, offering flexibility in both staffing and operational efficiencies. For the Indy 11, Noble Okello and Nabi Kibanguchi both have the jerseys on, but yet to be officially in the match. Bruno Rendon quickly re-enters for Indy.
This is getting real sloppy for Indy.
Here's Samaria. Samaria pushed to the touchline. Well done by Neidlinger.
Yep, absolutely. Great defense.
I think maybe his best skill set, Brad, at least what I've seen, he's only 20. His recovery speed. There are times somebody will get him by a step, and he closes on them very quickly.
Yeah, he did a good job on that time, just getting a little bit of body contact as well. But one simple play like that can give you some confidence, which is obviously good for anyone, but certainly good for a 20-year-old.
And Logan's story is this. He is the player that has made the biggest impact out of the Indy 11 Academy. Played significant minutes on the 2024 playoff team on an academy deal, then signed a full professional contract at the end of the 24 season. Did not feature much at all last year. Frankly, did not feature much the first 6 weeks of the season. And then Hayden White suffered a season-ending knee injury against Birmingham on April the 19th. That's going to be a foul as Masonvi got tugged back. Restart coming for the Indy 11. Again, Neidlinger has basically been a starter now for the last 3.5 months of the season. He's had some struggles as of late, but soldiering through today.
Yeah, well done by Masonvi there to earn the free kick for Indy in a dangerous position. Cam Lindley has been kind of driving this far post with Rendon attacking it from the far post to try to hit it back across the face of the goal. We'll see if they do that again or opt for something maybe a little bit more direct.
It is a free kick, a cavity free kick, brought to us by Cornerstone Family Dentistry, with locations in Carmel, Indianapolis, and Danville. Bryan and Anderson.
Yeah, refs having a little powwow, telling guys to calm down.
Anderson, a usual starter, celebrated his 24th birthday yesterday. As part of that mass substitution a few minutes ago. Lindley, back post, Siaha. Never really bothered Siaha, and now he sends Obalola off to the races. Neidlinger again does just enough. Both guys get tied up with each other. Now Samaria. Again, Neidlinger on the block. O'Brien the flick. And Paco Craig. Well, put some base to it.
Yeah, great job by Neidlinger again. Oh, what a ball from Jack Blake over to Rendon.
And he's onside. Shizza making a back post run. Rendon's going to try to widen this out. Plays it across and just puts it in front of Jack Blake. Masanvi has a hit but can't keep it on target.
Well done from Bruno Rendon. And a good ball over to him from Jack Blake, but love to see that. Just attacking the defender, putting him on his back foot. You see a little shimmy inside, taking it wide. Good ball across, but I think he maybe thought Jack Blake was going to continue maybe running onto that. But a dangerous opportunity for Indy 11 there.
With a one-goal lead, frankly, any opportunity or possession in your attacking third is a good thing for the Indy 11. Neidlinger knew he was beaten. Takes the cynical foul and pick up the yellow in the process. And that may be a sign, and immediately, like a manager in baseball, they call the bullpen. That's a look at Nabi Kibanguchi. That's the sign that Logan might be about out of gas and time to make that substitution. And here comes Noble Okello with Nabi Kibanguchi as well. So it's Anderson that will hit the reset button here. Second year in Hartford for Anderson. Has had a handful of appearances in Major League Soccer growing up in the Colorado Rapids organization. Anderson sets it in. Eric Dick has his eyes on this one and got there eventually.
Yeah, a little scary there initially as Eric Dick was kind of leaving the six to grab that ball, but he ended up with it. Opts for a direct punt up to Chizza and Masanvi. Doesn't quite get there.
Morea. I think Rendon has basically said he's about gassed for the day. I think just heard a change of a player sub in terms of who's coming in for whom for the Indy 11. It will be a corner first before either Kibanguchi or Okello are brought on.
Another job well done by Neidlinger. Again, kind of found himself in a 1v2 situation. Deflected it out for a corner kick.
Coffey sends it in. Paco Craig got there first. Somebody up. Anderson, good looking redirect, headed down and headed in. Goal for Hartford. They've tied it at 1, and that one's been coming for some time.
Yeah, it was a good ball in, really good ball in.
Did Anderson the assist. So Indy's lead evaporates after 70 minutes of having a 1-goal lead.
Eerily similar to Indy 11's first goal there in the 3rd minute. right-footed kind of in-swinger, kind of gets flicked on. You see the communication there between Cam Lindley, but a great ball in.
Just meeting the moment. That ball headed down. And the Indy 11 have made those 2 expected substitutions. So Navi Kibinguchi and Noble Okello in, Bruno Rendon and Logan Neidlinger out. Okello will play a role up top. Kibinguchi takes over as the right back, replacing Logan Neidlinger. So give Jordan Scarlett, the team captain, the goal for Hartford, and now both teams are in line for a point. We'll go back. Indy wanted to play the continuation, but foul is given, so back to midfield. And that will also lead us to a hydration break. Reminder, fans, tonight's Indy 11 Foundation 50-50 raffle will be closing soon. Be sure to purchase your tickets now by visiting Indy115050.com. So clearly a different conversation now for Sean McCauley in a 1-1 game. What message will he be driving home to his players to try to get 2 more points in this one?
I mean, to state the obvious, giving up a goal like that can be a little demoralizing, right? You're kind of trying to hang on. You and I were talking about it here on the broadcast. Hartford made those 4 subs and kind of changed the tides a little bit. Got a little bit of momentum, seemed to be knocking on the door. I think Coach McCauley saw that too, which is why he had Neidlinger and Rendon kind of queued up to get subbed out, but it was just 1 minute too late as Hartford finds the back of the net.
You see these shots on goal and possession. And Indy had the early control and maybe missed a chance to make it too early and let Hartford hang around in this one. For Hartford, it is their first goal in league play since a 2-2 draw against Orange County back on July 8th. Lost 1-0 at Rhode Island on July 18th. 0-0 draw with Phoenix Rising on the 25th. And a 2-0 loss at Loudoun United. This is the 4th and final game of a road swing for Hartford in terms of championship play. But again, they'll go on the road again. Take on the Charlotte Independents on Wednesday when they play in the Prinks Tires USL Cup quarterfinals. So Lindley to restart. Loose ball. Chizik couldn't get to it. Augie Williams does just enough to get in the way.
Might be setting up for a long throw from Matrano, but Herbert and Paco Craig have come back, so not dedicating everyone forward.
Matrano. Chizik the target. Quick restart for Indy, but ball never left the field of play, so we'll have to start over. A good reminder, fans, turn to the CBS Sports Network. Coming up on Wednesday, August 19th for a Western Conference showdown between Phoenix Rising and the Switchbacks of Colorado Springs. That's at 10 o'clock Eastern Time on Wednesday, August 19th. Catch the action on CBS Sports Network. Corner coming for the Indy 11. Corner's brought to us by IBEW Local 481. Lindley. Chizik. Now Masanvi
can't lose it here.
In retreat mode and draws the foul. Best case scenario for the Indy 11, and Brendan Burke kind of looks the heavens knowing what the opportunity there was, and let's hope that Masanvi is all right.
Yeah, well done from Masanvi. Kind of sacrificed his body a bit for that one, but he had to somehow kind of bike it back up the field or hit it out of bounds. He kind of offered, I'm just going to get up and head this ball out of bounds, because he had 3 Hartford players on his tail. And if he loses that ball, that is big trouble for Indy 11.
If Masanvi can't continue on, and he got his leg drilled into the turf there in that exchange. A couple of attacking options for the Indy 11. One is Kean Williams, who really has not played much of a factor in league play. 5 appearances totaling 40 minutes. But the other is Dylan Singh. He's from an attacking standpoint. Dylan was on loan to Portland Hearts of Pine in League One. Spent 5 weeks away from the team. Did score a goal while he was away. Dylan has a couple of goals with the Indy 11 this season. So Dylan may be an option if needed here in the late stages. Mikel Rashid has made his way to the bench. Blake trying to find a window. Hit from distance, an absolute howitzer by Herbert. Just couldn't keep it on target.
Yeah, well done from Jack Blake. He's so good at just finding a little window for that cross. And let's see this Herbert strike. I mean, he got all of that one, but it's really difficult to keep those low and keep them down by staying over top of it.
Anthony Siaha was not happy about the lack of a call against the Indy 11 inside of the 18. Anthony is known for getting vocal at times. Kibinguchi tracking back to play that one backwards. Adidokin plays Anderson. Matrano tracking back.
Well done by Herbert.
And that will be a corner kick. Herbert prevented that ball being played forward, but it will be a corner opportunity here for the visitors. Momentum on their side in the 81st minute.
Yeah, Anderson has been playing really, really well since coming in for Hartford, really helping to control the midfield from a possession standpoint, and then springing balls like that over the top. He's been quality since coming on.
You see the disparity in corners in this match. He scored first. It's been a whole lot of Hartford ever since. Bending ball in. Akko Craig got there first.
Kind of miscleared that one. Something to look out for. And kind of the build up to the 2 goals. We're kind of the second phase of these dead balls, right? So not only do you have to clear the first one, you got to stay organized, stay marked for when that second one maybe comes in. You're ready to go there.
Craig, a little more where he wanted that one to go, but not in the danger just yet.
That's
headed down and just off to the side netting. That was Scarlett looking for the brace.
That's exactly what I was saying. Indy dealt with the first one good, but then the ball gets cleared. It kind of gets recycled back in. They're not as organized. Hartford gets a look. He's wide open inside the 6. Masanvi's on his way out with Rashid coming in.
That is subbing a defensive player for an attacking player. Kibinguchi now will move to a midfield role. And either O'Brien or Blake will be asked to kind of go a little bit further forward in the attack for the Indy 11. All their substitutions brought to us by Morales Group Staffing, offering flexibility in both staffing and operational efficiencies. Advantage being played, but possession short-lived for Hartford Athletic. Rendon has been subbed out. No Charlie Sharp today for the Indy 11. No Aiden Quinn for the Indy 11. And Rashid couldn't track that one down, but it's a boot in the way that time.
Yeah, good recovery from Rashid. He was getting his shorts held. Actually hard to see from the center ref, but well done by him coming back to block that cross.
Indy 11 soccer sponsored by Hyatt Place. Experience comfort in downtown Indianapolis. Indy at this point trying to hang on for a point when they have not had in league play since July 4th. And then Somalia blocked by Kibinguchi. Lindley. Looking to pressure at the back. headed by Hartford Athletic, and Obalolo runs out of real estate. Couldn't track it down. Shots now 12-7 in favor of Hartford. Shots on target 4-2 in favor of the Hartford Athletic. Possession 55-45 in favor of the visitors. Scoreboard tied at 1. Opportunity here, 4v2 at the back. O'Brien, and probably that ball played in the wrong direction.
Yeah, I think he had some runners on the left.
Now,
Okello.
Player down for Hartford. And again, they have used all of their subs already. So will be a throw for the Indy 11. It is Scarlett who is down. And again, team captain and a guy that, again, has not missed a minute of a match this year. He will soldier on. No replacement can be offered for him, which is why he immediately recognized, I have to get up and keep going. Kibanguchi on the throw. Rashid. Lindley gets a touch. Herbert a miss, but Rashid is there, and we'll play it all the way back to Eric Dick. Now Williams. Williams. Rashid gets in the way. Second effort to restart the cross, and eventually it'll be a corner coming for Hartford Athletic. Indy 11 Soccer, sponsored by the Denny Companies, tearing down the past so you can build the future. Ending ball in. Craig gets there first. Gets there second as well. And a volley intended for the goal ends up on some other part of campus.
It's probably the only thing Anderson's done wrong since coming into the game.
Kibanguchi, good win. And Chiza, no foul given as he and Scarlett collide. First saw Jordan Scarlett playing for New York Red Bulls 2 many years ago. Okello.
Good ball.
Leads Kibanguchi. Kibanguchi, a fresher set of legs, finds O'Brien. O'Brien has a window. Tried to cut it back. Blake has a hit. I'm not sure that was going to stay on frame. Siaha had no choice, but a hand to it. It will be a corner, just the second of the match for the Indy 11. Brought to us by IBEW 481.
Yeah, good sequence from Indy there. I think O'Brien, take a shot here. If I'm him, just take a hit. But Jack Blake isn't afraid. He's going to take the shot, given the opportunity, top of the box. Siaha with a good save. Like to see this kind of hit in with a little bit of pace.
Lindley flicked by O'Brien, but not on target.
It's really difficult to get enough power on a header when the ball's kind of lofted centrally. You're kind of saying, hey, we're not going to try to score off the first one. We're trying to flick it and score off the second one. I personally prefer a little bit more of a whipped in ball with some pace. Send a couple runners in to attack it, see if you can get a direct header on goal from a corner kick like that.
Kibanguchi again. Chiza. He's on. Chiza has a hit. Chiza can't get it through Siaha. Chiza looking for a brace. That's going to be a foul on Lindley.
That was a good opportunity for Chiza. It just doesn't hit it cleanly in the end. But I tell you what, he's put in a heck of a shift. Has a goal already, obviously, and 89th minute. And he's still working hard up top.
You see him hands on shorts, not because he's out of shape. Again, he's not been asked to play this way much this year. This is his 4th start in his 13th match.
There will be.
Looking back post, Rashid just watches that one go.
Be some extra time with that hydration break.
Central Indiana Ford dealers, proud sponsor of Indy 11 Soccer. Visit your local Central Indiana Ford dealer today. Adedokin trying to get a window to get a shot across. It hits into traffic. Good read by O'Brien to lead Okello. Lindley. He and Blake on the same page, and that's rare. These guys spent the last 4 years playing together. Adedokin has a hit.
What a save.
And Eric Dick. He's had a couple of the spectacular variety today.
Anderson got all of that one.
The back heel, the turn by Obalola. Herbert takes no chances with it. 4 minutes of additional time is what we'll have before this one is in the past tense.
It's especially a tough one, that save by Eric Dick there, because he is not looking directly into the sun, but certainly looking in the direction of the sun. Does a good job just getting his body behind it and kind of parrying it. Not out of trouble yet, though.
Sebastian Anderson will steer this one in. And Obalola got the last touch to it. Restart coming here for Indy. And Hartford has never won in Indianapolis. Frankly, they've had the better of it since Indy had the opening strike 3 minutes in. Good touch by Blake. Okello. Blake. Chiza just couldn't find a teammate with that. Adedokin. Williams sizing up his opportunity. Okello trying to close down a window, and difficult shot that couldn't stay on frame. Well, the big winner of this, if this finishes a 1-1 draw, maybe the teams behind these two in terms of the playoff race.
Yep. Loudon, Birmingham.
And Birmingham had a match postponed yesterday because of potential travel issues. Frankly, you would still say Brooklyn is even in the fight as well. They're 9 points back as of now. Brooklyn plays here in mid-September. Well, the only team off the back, that's going to be a foul against Kibinguchi and a yellow. Only team off the back is Sporting Jacksonville, who has just 1 win this year, and frankly, that's whom Indy plays at next week again. We'll have that as a road telecast for you. So yellow to Kibinguchi. A little more time comes off the clock here. 60 seconds, maybe a little bit more left in this one. On the cross. Eric Dick did not, or got enough of it. Josh O'Brien then hits it sideways. Well, headed down and just wide of target.
Yeah, Indy's just a little slow to get in front of those crosses and try to deny access into the box. Got away with that one there, but not much time left. See if there's one more opportunity left in this game.
Kibinguchi, good touch. Hope to draw contact, doesn't get it, and that will be that. So both teams get a goal. Both teams get a point. Neither team, frankly, gets the result I think they were hoping for today. The two teams played twice this season. Both results in points being shared. And both teams know they still have some work to do to make sure they lock up a playoff spot at the end of the 2026 season. Your final score in this one, the Indy 11 won and Hartford Athletic won. So Indy now 5 consecutive league matches that benefit of a win with their first points in league play since July 4th. We'll come back and wrap it up next on My Indy TV and the CBS Sports Galazzo Network.
Odds are, you know the way to a person's heart is through their stomach, but maybe don't know much about complex blood and bone cancers. Or you know all the ins and outs of a chassis, not necessarily all about robotic heart valve surgery. And while he's thinking about bulldozers, you're not thinking about him ever needing a stem cell transplant. But if you do need care, trust the expert healthcare system 9 out of 10 Indiana doctors have chosen for their patients' care. Indiana University Health, no matter the odds.
Bring color to life with the very best paint, only at your Sherwin-Williams store.
Deep inside you, there's a spark waiting to be ignited, a yearning for a real connection, something that truly moves you. Find experiences that stir your soul in our new Kentucky home, where amazing nature and authentic bluegrass inspire you, where world-renowned bourbon and horses wow you. Kentucky, find what moves you.
Tonight's match is presented by your Central Indiana Ford dealers, a proud sponsor of Indy 11 soccer. Visit your local Central Indiana Ford dealer today. And by IU Health. Indiana University Health is proud to be the official health care and sports medicine provider of the Indy 11, supporting athletes in our community with expert orthopedic and sports injury care close to home. So not the full 3 points for the Indy 11 this evening, but it is a point. And we certainly have the feeling that every point is going to matter in terms of maybe getting that last playoff spot in the Eastern Conference. Still 13 matches left to go for the Indy 11. A slight step forward, Brad. It could have been more tonight.
Yeah, interesting game, right? Coming in, you certainly want 3 points. After the first goal, you're certainly thinking you'll get 3 points. But then the way that the kind of end of the first half and most of the second half went, you're kind of lucky to get out of here with a point. So probably a fair result in the end.
And as you can tell, a pretty demonstrative Sean McCauley talking to his players on the pitch after the match. We'll hear from Sean. Not to mention Eric Dick as well as Edward Chizza coming up a little bit later on in the post-game show. Time for our Securing the Win, or in this case, Securing the Point moment for the Indy 11. It's brought to us by Allegiant, and after a rare turnover between Jack Blake and Cam Lindley, Eric Dick had several saves tonight. This is his last one that at least saved a point tonight for Indy.
Yeah, great strike. Does a good job kind of pairing it away, and Rashid gets the clearance in the end. But Eric Dick came up big for Indy 11 multiple times here this game.
So just a point for each of these two teams this evening. And Indy stays currently above the playoff cut line, again with 13 matches left to go in the season. Again, full post-game coverage continues on My Indy TV 23 when we return. You're watching Indy 11 Soccer. Thanks for joining us from downtown Indianapolis.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.
Across the globe, billions share one passion: soccer. And here in the Hoosier State, that passion belongs to the Indy 11. Fast-paced action, electric crowds, and a team that represents Indiana every time they step on the field.
Make it 7 for Bruno Rendon. Chance to cue the smoke in Indianapolis.
Indy 11, the world's game, Indiana's team. Secure your seats today at Indy11.com.
Droplight is a venture studio. We don't sit on the sidelines. We build inside the brand. From stadiums to festivals to the fastest tracks in the world. We turn brands into something people feel. Turning ideas into traction, partnerships into pressure, and momentum you can't ignore. This is Ignition. This is Droplight. Fuel for brave brands.
AES Indiana is dedicated to providing you with smart energy solutions that power our lives. Our energy efficiency programs help you save energy and money. From rebates on lighting and smart thermostats to appliance pickup and recycling, you can take advantage of cleaner, more cost-effective energy solutions right here, right now. IPL is now AES Indiana. We are accelerating the future of energy together.
Time now to officially begin the Desnuda Tequila postgame show. Desnuda, 100% organic tequila, how real tequila tastes. Greg Rakestraw, Brad Ring, and already a player guest has stopped by to join us. It is Edward Chiza that had the goal for the Indy 11 in a 1-1 draw against Hartford. Edward, thanks for joining us. And first things first, again, been playing kind of more of a substitute role as of late for the Indy 11. You just put in a heck of an effort over 90-plus minutes. How you feeling at the conclusion of this one?
Bittersweet because this is the game we had to win today. I think we started very well, and then we dropped off as the game went on. But it's a point gained, but unlucky not to get all 3 points.
Edward, tell us what you saw on that goal early in the match.
I think some things we talk about in practice, balls in the box, make the near post run, and Jack put in a good ball and was fortunate to get in from the center back and just good header. I saw it going in. I think it felt good.
What kind of cues are you looking for to know when that ball is coming? So Jack Blake has it wide. What kind of cues are you kind of looking at to know, hey, I need to start an aggressive run here to attack the ball?
I think Jack is in a good position, good quality, and I think that's something really, really focus on in practice. Good crossing position. I got to make sure I keep making those runs. Sometimes I'm not going to get it, but the one time I get it today, back in the net.
Obviously, it's been a tough run of form for you guys, kind of since July 4th. Today was a step forward. How do you kind of, keep it going in the right direction now?
I think coming off, like 4 games losing streak, it's never good. So 1 point today, I think that's something we can build on. Go to Jacksonville and hopefully get all 3 points.
Now, this is obviously very important, what you do for a living. And we keep score for a reason. But we didn't see you for a couple of games for the best reason possible. Congratulations on the new addition of the family. How's the family doing back home?
The family's been good. Not too much sleep at night, but I'm trying to keep it going. My missus putting in a great shift, and anytime I get to take a nap, I make sure I use it.
Well, you put in a shift the missus could be proud of on the field today. Edward, get off your feet, go spend time with the new addition, and congratulations on the goal today.
All right, thank you so much.
Edward Chiza joining us, yes. In case you were wondering why he did not play in the games against Miami on July 15th, on the game against Detroit City on July 18th, a new addition to the Chiza family, so congratulations to everybody involved. Good to see him, and he is the holder of our Desnuda Tequila Shot of the Game. Desnuda, 100% organic tequila, how real tequila tastes. Brad, walk us through it.
Yeah, I mean, he has a good position in the box and just reads it well to the point of the question, kind of when does he make that aggressive run into the box to try to get on the edge of it, and he does. He puts it away, and then he does the new baby celebration on top of it.
Well, to show you again kind of the pro that Edward is, he's been playing kind of as a sub or been on paternity leave. He plays 90-plus minutes. He gets done with an interview. What does he do? He walks straight to the Brickyard Battalion to go sign autographs and shake hands and hug fans, which is kind of the norm for this group. Eric Dick is joining us now. Obviously, we hope to talk to him after a win and a clean sheet. It wasn't the cards tonight. Just kind of your thoughts as to how things played out for you and the team tonight.
Yeah, obviously great start. Couldn't have dreamt of a better start. And I think,
we had some chances to get that second, and defensively, you know, we thwarted a bunch of their attacks for the most of the game. But I think in the second half, we'll look at it as sort of, you know, we sort of took the foot off the gas a little bit and just stuck with the 1-0 lead, and we let in a goal, and I got to do better to keep that out, and you know, we got to go get that second one. So I think we'll be disappointed we didn't, you know, get a victory here. A point is great, but anytime you're at home against a in-conference team, you want the 3 points. So we'll look at it, learn, and then we got a big one against Jacksonville coming up.
You made a couple of really spectacular saves, I thought, in today's game. Let's talk about that last one that you really kind of got both fists in front of your face to keep away. Your thoughts on that one, that if nothing else preserved a point for your team tonight?
Yeah, I mean, they did a good job sort of just, you know, narrowing where the ball could go a little bit, and they had a little bit of knuckle on it, so I just didn't want to take any chances and just tried to get it away as good as I could. Wish I would have gotten a little bit wider, but we did enough, and the guys were ready for the rebound to clear it out. So we got a little bit fortunate there, but, you know, they had my back, and I got to have theirs.
Yeah, great game, Eric. I think you had a huge save at the end of the first half on that breakaway as well. But one thing that you do really well is the reading the flight of the ball, right? When ball's coming across, there's bodies in front. What are you thinking about in those moments as you're trying to read the ball, read the players, read your position? What's going through your mind when those situations occur?
Yeah, I mean, you gotta judge it quick, you know, because you can't come for everything, and sometimes you gotta let the guys deal with it. But with my size and just who I am as a goalkeeper and my aggressiveness, you know, I like to come for those and help out the defense when I can. So anytime there's one that I think I can move my feet and jump and go get, I'm going to try to get there and sort of, you know, let the defense rest a little bit, and then we got to go back the other way. So I just try to do my part when the ball gets served in the box, because you know, the ones I don't come from, the guys are always clearing them out and do a good job at that. But
Eric, if we just tell the story of the game, we're not doing our jobs. Tell us about the special team captain that joined you on the field today for the Indy 11.
Yeah, Cooper's an amazing guy. You know, he's a young, brave 13-year-old goalkeeper. He's got that grit and strength and resilience of a goalkeeper in him. And, you know, I met him a bit ago at his, you know, sort of downside of the fighting against cancer. And, you know, ever since then I've been in touch with him and his family. He's got a great family around him. And he fought the fight of cancer. And, you know, just a couple of days ago he was able to ring that bell. And now he's out living his life, and I think he just had tryouts this week and made his team. His dad texted me a photo of the roster, and he made his team. So he's already on the ups, and the sky's the limit for him there. And he's such a brave individual, and that was such a special day for us all to be there and celebrate his battle and victory.
Well, literally, he and his teammates are waiting on you. So we're going to let you go say hi to him. Eric, I know you wanted 3. Congrats on getting 1. Good luck in Jacksonville on Saturday.
Thank you, guys.
Eric Dick, always a pro, kind enough to join us. With that, we'll take this quick timeout. After that, we'll be joined by the head coach of the Indy 11 in his 100th match, Sean McCauley. He'll join us next as you're watching Indy 11 soccer.
Deep inside you, there's a spark waiting to be ignited, a yearning for a real connection, something that truly moves you. Find experiences that stir your soul in our new Kentucky home, where amazing nature and authentic bluegrass inspire you, where world-renowned bourbon and horses wow you. Kentucky, find what moves you.
This is Paul. He loves running, music, and DIY home projects. In fact, he's remodeling his kitchen thanks to a home equity line of credit from Indiana Members Credit Union. They connected him with a loan officer, got him approved at a great low rate, and made it easy for him to make his monthly payment from anywhere thanks to IMCU's digital banking. Looks like Paul can do it all with a little help from IMCU.
Every place has a purpose, and the people who inhabit those places have their own reasons for being there. The last thing on their minds should be concerns about the safety of the places they are in. When it comes to security and safety for all the places that matter, Dormakaba offers a seamless flow of integrated solutions that allow people to move securely about their daily lives. Because the places that matter to you matter to us.
Post-game show continues here on My Indy TV. Before we get to the head coach of the Indy 11 and Sean McCauley, let's get to our Schleg lockdown play of the game. As Indy does not get 3 points today, they do get just 1 point in a 1-1 draw against Hartford Athletic. And what allowed them to get said Schleg lockdown play was the tremendous first half save by Eric Dick. This from Anaku, and just couldn't get it past him. Indy took a 1-0 lead into half number 2. Unfortunately, couldn't hang on to it late as the points are shared for a second time between these two teams this season. We've made Coach McCauley wait long enough. Let's get to him now. Coach, as always, thank you for the time. And I know you were pretty demonstrative with your team out there on the field. What can you share with what you told them kind of in the post-match conversation?
I've just told them to keep going. It's really important that we set high expectations, but we set expectations that are achievable. And, when people think the expectation is probably higher than what the reality is, that's when trouble starts. So I've said to them, get back to being the group that we know can grind out results and pick up results and do the job. I thought it was really tough for us today. They're a really good team. They put you under a lot of pressure. And if you think about what came off the bench for them, it was a really challenge for us in that last sort of 15 minutes. But then we've had the breakaway again with Kizza. And I think, if you score that, then we walk away winners. Probably, you could say we could have edged it. If they get a goal the other end, you could say they edged it. And I would probably say, be honest and say that a draw is probably the fair result for the effort that both teams put into it.
Well, specifically your thoughts about what Edward did for it again. Edward's been a pro, probably hasn't played the role on this club the last couple of years he would have hoped to, but you ask him for 90-plus minutes, and he gives it to you today. Your thoughts about the effort he put forth this evening?
I thought it was really good in his link-up play, but, we also, because he's probably not played as regular, and that's what we've got to maybe expect, and hopefully he comes back in with some more minutes and gets a little bit more comfortable, because his hold-up play and link-up play was good. But then the 2 through balls he has, one in the first half and one in the second half, when it's like 4 versus 1 situation and we go down the right instead of just putting it to the left and we're clean through. They're like key moments, but I'm not going to let that cloud the effort and the commitment he put into it. And like I said, all the positive stuff he did with his link-up play. So, I'm pleased. I just wish he'd got that other goal, because that would have really set him off and running.
Coach, one thing you mentioned at the halftime was being a little bit sharper in the attacking third and on the counter. Obviously, it didn't lead to additional goals, although it did lead to chances. What do you take from this game into this week of practice before next weekend's match?
We've got to make sure that final pass has got to be a little bit more accurate. And you asked me what I shared with the players. It goes pretty simple like this, and you'll understand this, Brad. I don't think we passed the ball well today. So that needs to improve. I don't think we played long well, though, today, often enough. So if you want to play short, be good at it. If you want to play long, be good at it. But don't be not good at both. And I thought our decision-making in that second half of when to play and when to, dictate the game and keep the game in certain areas of the field, I thought we just rushed it a little bit, and it led to a lack of quality.
Before we let you go, and again, I understand it's the immediate aftermath of the match. You may not be in the most reflective of moods, but you and I talked about this on Friday. There was a great banner the Brickyard Battalion unfurled for you. Today you become the first coach in the history of this team to be the head coach of 100 competitive fixtures. So first of all, congratulations. Secondly, what does that mean to you?
It's fantastic. I'm honoured and privileged to be able to do that. I've enjoyed every moment of it. I could do another 100 games, no problem, because I love working at the club. I love working with the relationship with the supporters. They understand, everything that we're going through, the situations of where, the team is and what we're trying to achieve. So to have that relationship is probably the most positive thing I've achieved at the club. And all the highs that we've had in terms of, the Open Cup success in the first year, making the playoffs and, all the penalty shootout wins that the supporters love, they've been great. My biggest achievement has been able to link the club, the players, back with the community, and nothing shone brighter than what we did, with Cooper being the captain today and everything else. So from myself, I'd say thank you to everybody that's sort of been part of that last 3 years. Really want to say thank you to the supporters, because like I said, I don't think I'll ever in the rest of my career have a relationship as strong, because they understand everything that we're going through. again, my biggest success is making sure that the players reconnect with the community, do the community work, and be proud to wear the crest when they take the field.
Well said, my friend. We'll see you next week in Jacksonville.
Thanks very much.
Sean McCauley, head coach of the Indy 11, kind of join us, and that will do it for our post-match interviews tonight. Stay tuned. One final segment from the mic this evening. Points are shared between Indy 11 and Hartford Athletic. We'll come back and wrap it up next on My Indy TV.
Odds are, you know the way to a person's heart is through their stomach, but maybe don't know much about complex blood and bone cancers. Or you know all the ins and outs of a chassis, not necessarily all about robotic heart valve surgery. And while he's thinking about bulldozers, you're not thinking about him ever needing a stem cell transplant. But if you do need care, trust the expert healthcare system 9 out of 10 Indiana doctors have chosen for their patients' care. Indiana University Health, no matter the odds.
Across the globe, billions share one passion, soccer. And here in the Hoosier State, that passion belongs to the Indy 11. Fast-paced action, electric crowds, and a team that represents Indiana every time they step on the field.
Make it 7 for Bruno Rendon. Chance to cue the smoke in Indianapolis.
Indy 11, the world's game, Indiana's team. Secure your seats today at Indy11.com.
AES Indiana is dedicated to providing you with smart energy solutions that power our lives. Our energy efficiency programs help you save energy and money. From rebates on lighting and smart thermostats to appliance pickup and recycling, you can take advantage of cleaner, more cost-effective energy solutions right here, right now. IPL is now AES Indiana. We are accelerating the future of energy together.
Welcome back for a final time on our Desnuda Organic Tequila postgame show here on My Indy TV. Again, a point apiece, a goal apiece. Indy 11-1 and Hartford Athletic 1. Let's show you our match highlights. We start in the first half, and Brad, it does not take long to find the Indy 11 goal in this match.
Yeah, it really didn't. It was good kind of flank play from Jack Blake and Masanvi. Good ball in, and Chisholm does a heck of a job kind of redirecting that to the far post.
For Edward Chisholm, his second league goal of the season, his first since a match against the Birmingham Legion on April the 19th. And again, for the new one at home, 1-0 Indy 11. It would stay that way until late in the second half. Give Hartford about 15, 20 minutes into the match, and they just kind of kept growing into it, Brad, as the match went along.
Yeah, they really did. Look, and part of that was the 4 subs they made in about the 57th, 58th minute. They brought on some veteran players that came in and changed the game in their favor, created some opportunities, including their goal.
To their credit, the guys that were kind of the depth pieces that were rotated in today did a good job in terms of giving their team an opportunity to win this game today.
Yeah, absolutely. They kept them in the game, right? I think I said it during the broadcast, but if that's a 2-3-0 game in Indy's favor, Coach Burke probably doesn't bring those guys into the match, which changes. And here's the goal. This is a great ball in, kind of gets his hips around it. Similar goal to Indy 11's in that kind of a flick to the far post. And I know Eric Dick's probably beating himself up on that one, but not a ton he can do there. Good finish.
Anderson on the assist, the captain Jordan Scarlett on the goal. And again, that would be how the match would finish. And frankly, the opportunities primarily were Hartford's the rest of the way.
Yeah, primarily. But then, to Coach McCauley's point, right, Edward Chisholm gets one late to maybe steal the game 2-1. But Hartford had opportunities to get away with a win as well. So a tie is probably a fair result in the end here.
Hartford outshot Indy 19-10. You put shots on target. It was 5-4. Again, frankly, largely a point was the right result. So here is what the Eastern Conference table looks like, with Indy still having matches in hand over a good chunk of the teams in the East. Tampa Bay, they're kind of away from everybody right now in first place. Frankly, once you get down to kind of Miami, it's probably a 5 or 6 team free-for-all for the last couple of spots with 2.5 months left to go.
Yeah, very jumbled up right there. The good thing about that is if and when maybe a club strings together 2-3 wins in a row, they can go from 8th up into kind of that 4 or 5 spot pretty quick.
Here's also the traffic I'll share with you. Miami has to come here. Indy is done with Hartford. Indy has to go to Loudoun. Birmingham has to come here. And Brooklyn has to come here. So the teams around them, the majority of those matches will take place at Carroll Stadium, where Indy has lost one league match all season.
Yeah, and they got a tie tonight. Obviously wanted the win, but they've been really strong at home over the last dozen league matches, right? So they need to take care of business at home, see if they can steal a couple on the road, and they'll be in a good position come the end of the season to be in that playoff race.
All right, Brad, get your winning ticket out. See if you had the winning ticket for tonight's Indy 11 50-50. Indy 11 Foundation or Indy11.com/foundation. You can buy your raffle tickets for future events at Indy115050.com. E-814-838-53. You were the 50-50 winner tonight. Again, for more information, Indy11.com. I'm not sure that we needed to make the first installment for 2026 of LIP, AFC, any more festive, but we have. It is also going to be Noche Latina night. First time that these two rivals have seen each other all year. Again, by Lou City standards, kind of having a bit of a down year. But you know what? They're still fourth in the table, and they were always tough as they hope to hoist the orange barrel for another year. First installment of this one is in 2 weeks. Indy returns the favorite at Lynn Family Stadium on October the 17th. Obviously, we'll have this one for you coming up 13 days from now. Just be tuned to your local listings as to where on the family of networks you can find it. Here is the upcoming schedule for the Indy 11. Again, at Jacksonville, we will have coverage of that game next Saturday at 7 o'clock. LIPAFC the following Saturday. Then a West Coast trip out to Phoenix for a 10:30 kickoff. Then for Labor Day weekend, Birmingham Legion is here. Then a Friday night in New Mexico. And once we get past that, that's kind of those midweek start happening, and Indy kind of plays catch-up in terms of the remainder of their schedule. Overall partner, final thoughts on today, and kind of now what stands in front of Sean McCauley and team the rest of the way.
Sporting Jacksonville, right? One game at a time. That's a road game, where you're certainly going down there looking to get 3 points, right? So can they grab 3 points on the road, propel them up a little bit further, put some space maybe between them and Hartford, and then they're kind of hitting the backstretch.
On his 100th match, it was not 3 points for Sean McCauley and his side today, but it was a much-needed point that keeps them on the right side of the playoff line. Your final score from downtown Indianapolis: Indy 11-1, Hartford Athletic 1. Good night from Carroll Stadium, and thanks for joining us for our Indy 11 Soccer.
At Indiana Members Credit Union, we're invested in more than just your finances. We're invested in your future, the future of your family, the well-being of the community you live in, and in those who dream big. Until those dreams become a reality, any bank can give you a loan or open an account. At IMCU, we care about more than just dollars and cents. We care about doing things that make sense. And investing in you makes good sense to us.
In Kentucky, we're moving forward together. Our businesses are winning, and our families are thriving. Because Kentucky is a place where business is fast, but the pace of life is just right. Now, we're looking at a new Kentucky, one where good jobs and a good life are possible for everyone. Y'all interested? We don't blame you. So come explore your new Kentucky home.
Don't miss out on your best summer yet. Upgrade your summer with AAA, with local savings like free Indians tickets, VIP access at Ruas Music Center, 35% off zoo tickets, 50% off Indy 11, and more. Time's running out. Don't miss out. Renew today at AAA.com and make this your best summer yet.